My name's Claire. I'm back on the air with Learn Your Way and Work Your Way. We haven't been here for ages. Feels like ages. It's been ages, actually. We've had the Easter holidays, and then we weren't on a couple of days before. Came in, already been abused by Nathan and the team about my top. Where's Wally? So there'll be bloodshed after this show, but we'll leave it for now because I need them to work the decks and everything for me. Whatever you call it, ones and twos. So today we've got Chris from Work Your Way. Hello, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you very much.
Yeah, Chris was very nervous, weren't you, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Got the old butterflies in the tummy, didn't you?
Yeah, true.
You're going to be all right. And we got Pete, and Pete is an education support assistant. Hello, Pete.
Hello, Claire, and hello to all of our listeners. And
yeah.
Hello, Mum.
Hey, look, Pete's done this before. He's all professional now. So, do we need to say hello to everyone back at Penzance? We do, don't we?
I think we have a birthday boy.
Oh, yeah. Whose birthday was it?
Georgie.
And how old was Georgie?
18.
Happy birthday, Georgie.
Happy
I would
birthday,
sing,
Georgie.
but we don't want to ruin the day. So let's say hello to Kate. Terrible joke, Kate. Candice. Steve. Stephen.
Yes.
Cavell.
Yes.
Who else? Martin.
Martin, yes.
Chloe.
Yes.
Georgie.
All the gang, basically.
Jared. Yeah, we must. Is that we got everyone?
I think we've got everyone who's liable to be tuned in, yes.
Yeah. Cade, who's probably not there, but if you are there, hello, Cade, as well. Pete, tell me about... So we know that Learn Your Way is a education provision for young adults, 16 to 24, with some sort of learning disability.
Exactly,
so what
yes.
is Work Your Way? It's the same... It's
Well,
us
Work
again,
Your Way
isn't it?
is, if you like, Work Your Way, people often transition from Learn Your Way towards Work Your Way. And Work Your Way is more geared towards actual finding a job. That is, there are openings are found for them to work, to volunteer, or hopefully even to get some paid work. The curriculum, if you like, it's not so much academic, but there is work towards interview skills.
Yeah, CVs, all of that sort of thing.
Yeah, all the stuff you'll need to take with you for an interview. We'll even sort of role-play interviews so our students will get the confidence they need when they're actually sitting across a desk and people are asking them questions, so it'll give them some confidence to do that. So yeah, so Work Your Way is a natural progression really from learning.
It's for our students, isn't it, who are capable of doing some sort of employment or training or work experience or something, and helping you get there.
The bottom line is to find them a job, find them something they want to do,
keep you busy.
And we will support them through that for as long as they need that support.
Chris, you can have my job if you want.
No.
No. So what have you liked best about work? So you were on Learn Your Way before, weren't you, Chris? You've been with us a while now, haven't you?
Correct.
Yeah. And what do you like about Work Your Way? What are you enjoying?
Work Your Way it is still to me a learning experience about meeting new people, and then also dedicate myself to working and getting better every day.
So have you learned, do you feel like you could, like you've dressed up very smart today, look, here we are on the cameras, you look great. Do you think you've learned how to sort of present yourself for an interview if you, or a new job? You've learned skills like that, what you need to do?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to look the part in order to get the job, if necessary.
I had somebody recently rock up for an interview in jeans and a T-shirt, and I just immediately thought, I'm not going to employ you because you haven't even... It looked like they were...
The effort, no.
Yeah, it just looked like they didn't care, well, whatever. So, what do you think you've learned more than anything else on the course? What do you think you've learned the most?
Adapting to change.
Yes, good.
I can honestly say from experience over the last few months that my style has changed a lot.
Yes. And you didn't like change too much before, did you? You were somebody who, you weren't a lover of change, were you?
Yes and no at the same time.
Yeah, really? Because some people like change, some people don't. Would you like change, Pete?
I love change, and particularly I was very well impressed with this organisation during the pandemic, during the lockdown, when the students and the staff all coped so well with remote learning.
Yeah.
We learned how to use Zoom. We learned
to use Skype. Yeah.
It was a really good bonding experience to that. So everyone adapted quite well.
I feel like CRCC, which is Cornwall Rural Communities Charities, which is who we all work for, I feel like they're pretty good at adapting. We've through COVID, we've made it work one way or another.
True.
Yeah, we have. How was COVID for you, the kind of having to learn online and all that sort of thing? It must have been, as a student, how was that?
It was different for me as a learner and also a student,
Yeah.
but it was nice.
Do you know the amount of young people I work with who said, actually, I enjoyed lockdown. I actually gave me a bit of peace and quiet. You know, it's unbelievable. So you've got a lovely work experience.
Yeah.
How long where is that?
It is in the centre of Penzance, near the centre of Penzance.
And what's it called?
Cornwall Hospice Care Charity Shop.
Oh, nice. So are you enjoying it there?
Yeah, it's really good.
Do they know you're on today?
No.
Well, they can listen back to it, because what will happen is Henry will send you a link and you can listen back to it on YouTube and watch it on YouTube.
All right.
So are you feeling less nervous now, Chris?
I'm getting into my stride now.
You're getting into your stride.
Watch
That's
out,
what I
Will.
like to hear, Chris. Would you like us to play a record and then we can really get into our stride? How about that?
Sure.
So, the Pretender by Foo Fighters, who chose that? You?
Yeah, it was me.
Of course. Hey, all these records have been chosen by either you or Cavell. Lot of heavy metal, Chris. Lot of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Hey, well, how did you feel about the Foo Fighters? You a big fan?
I'm not too heavy on them, but I have
It's a bit gutting, wasn't it, that he died, that drummer?
Yeah, it's sad.
Sad, just as they were on a world tour. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay, well, actually, I've got it wrong. We're not playing the Foo Fighters. We're playing the Backstreet Boys. Who chose this?
It was me as well.
So you've gone from Foo Fighters to Backstreet Boys. You certainly do have an eclectic taste, Chris. You couldn't be more different than that, could you? Let's play the Backstreet Boys and then come back after that, yeah?
Yes.
Still fuming about the Where's Wally comment, Chris. Hey, so you just said to me off air that these songs that we're playing today wouldn't have been your first choice. You would have chosen, what did you say?
It's more like a symphonic, deathcore,
Hard,
heavy.
Scandi, leather like, where they just scream like that.
A bit like that.
Well, how can you go from that to Backstreet Boys?
You either do or you don't want to.
Yeah. So, no, that's good that you like so completely different things. Doesn't the whole death metal Scandinavian, doesn't it make your ears bleed?
Not really, to be honest with you.
You need to grow your hair longer so you can thrash it around a bit. So, we talked about your work experience, and you are at the hospice care in Penzance, is that right?
Correct.
And tell me what you do in a day. What happens there?
I mainly work in the backstage, like upstairs, working, sorting out clothes, putting clothes into bags, and then taking them into another, like a storage room.
Yeah. Do you have to decide what's good enough to sell and what isn't?
Yes.
Because I bet you get given a load of old junk as well, don't you?
Yeah, true.
You know, stuff that nobody wants. Do you know what I mean? I would spend my wages in there. I'd spend my whole time looking at what I wanted, not what the public wanted. Do you have to then sort of price it up and stuff, or do you just sort of sort it out into people's sizes and stuff?
Yes, both of them. There's pricing and also the size, and make sure they're all tidy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you think that people seem to be using charity shops more and more now, don't they? They're really popular.
Especially the elderly people.
Really?
I've seen more of them
Than you've ever seen before.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And what about, you said as well that you did a stint with Growing Links, didn't you?
Yes.
So what is Growing Links? Just tell us what Growing Links is, because I'm not really sure.
Growing Links is a community, environmentally
Friendly.
company
Yeah.
that is helping the vulnerable
Yeah.
getting food out there.
Oh, nice. So is it like a sort of allotment type of thing, and you kind of grow your own food and all that sort of thing?
Yes.
Yeah. And did you enjoy that?
Yes, for a couple of months I was there for.
Yeah. I don't really like gardening. I have a garden, and I do garden, but I don't like it. I don't mind mowing the lawn. That's a bit like hoovering. Don't mind that. But I don't like... I've not got green fingers. I've got some plants at home, and somebody gave me some plants at the weekend, Chris, and my son Barney walked in and said, crossed himself like that and went R.I.P. to those plants. He said, "You will kill them within weeks, mother." How rude.
Wow.
I know. I am not a green-fingered person. I have to say that. So you like Scandinavian hardcore? Oh, I know what we were going to do when we talked about. We were going to say hello to Work Your Way in Truro, weren't we?
Oh yeah, forgot about them.
So
Nearly.
I'm going to sort of rattle through. I think that's Dana,
Yes.
Caroline, Ben, Adrian, Sarah.
Yes.
That's the staff. Lizzie.
Yes.
And then we've got Lily.
Yes.
Jess.
Mhm.
Ryan.
Mhm.
John. No.
No.
Joe.
Joe.
Cameron. Jack. Who else?
Finley.
Finley. Finn. Yeah. If we've missed anyone, it's because there's so many of you. Hello to them in Troy. So we discovered on the way in the break that you are the first Work Your Way person, aren't you?
Yes.
So you're setting a trend.
Exactly.
You're the one to beat. That's why you were so nervous. Hello, everyone in Truro. I hope you're having a good day. What, that heavy, hardcore, heavy metal, how did you get into that? Do your parents like it or what? How do you get into that?
I found it on YouTube one day, and I started to look up these different bands, and give them a try.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, you've got to give things a try. I find that a little bit hard work. What about those ones that won the Eurovision? Did you see that? Those Italian band? Yeah, it was strange. It's a bit too full on, I think.
Eurovision isn't for me anyway. So
No, it's not really for me either, to be honest. I would recommend a band called Mother Vulture, who are from a heavy metal band from Bristol. And he has a song a little bit like, he has a voice a little bit like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin.
Oh,
yes. Damn. So that's your go-to music, heavy metal, very heavy metal.
Yeah.
What other stuff do you like?
Like orchestras.
Really?
If you do it right, then you'd be able to get the full experience.
Yeah, totally. I took my sons a few years ago, long before COVID, we went to see Gregory Porter in the Royal Albert Hall with a 90-piece Philharmonic orchestra, and it was to this day is the best thing I've ever done. It was incredible. The man can sing, but the orchestra were insane. They were just like, I'd never seen anyone play instruments like that. It was unbelievable. I think they were Birmingham or Philharmonic or something, but there was 90 of them. It was incredible.
See.
What have you got any music that you absolutely hate?
Generic pop. Sorry to those people out there who
No.
into that music.
No, Toby on Learn Your Way hates Ed Sheeran. Won't let me even talk about him. Is that the sort of thing you mean?
Yeah, primarily.
Yeah. Have you got a sort of dirty secret song that you would never admit publicly, though we're about to, that you like? I have. I like Years and Years.
Wow.
I know.
Years and years.
I've just admitted that out loud. I know. Come on. Have you got a guilty secret, a little dirty guilty secret that you actually I quite like that, and it's a bit random.
To be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't have.
You're not going to admit it, are you, to me?
It's not that I don't have any. I just can't think of anything off the top of my brain.
What about the cheeky girls?
Cheeky girls?
Come on, Pete. Have you got a dirty guilty secret musically? Come on. You must have a little song that you're going to admit.
Enjoying the show.
Come on.
I don't know what what's that frog one?
Oh God, yeah, that's awful.
I actually quite like it.
Oh, Pete, you need
Once
to.
it gets in your head, you can't lose it.
Oh,
Sit
no.
quietly in the room for a while. So
Chris, you need to put a complaint in about Pete.
Crocodile one.
Oh no.
See, I don't know the title. But
No,
when
I
the
know.
music comes on, it just goes round and round like a ratchet in your head.
Chris, you got to complain about him when you get back to Kate.
Georgia and I would say change the record,
Yes. Change the record.
please.
But it
What
comes
about your
on and I'm
worst
not
song
expecting
ever?
it.
The song I dislike the most of all songs is 99 Red Balloons. Oh, I despise that song. When it comes on, it makes me feel, ooh. Got a song you despise?
Yeah, I despise all country and western.
Yes. All of it. Every last one.
Every last one.
What about you?
Oh, you hear so much about the dead chef who died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all a bit. It's
No,
all a
no,
bit
no.
sad, isn't it?
Mm,
Got anything, Chris?
to add to that, my mum and dad are into country western music.
Oh,
No offence.
no offence. You just
It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh.
So I like the odd country and western, but as a whole, no, definitely
As a
not.
genre.
Definitely not. So, Chris, let's talk about. I'd like to talk to you, if you don't mind, about mental health and your experience of mental health.
Yeah.
Would you be up for that?
Sure.
Okay, shall we play a song before we get into that? Shall we actually play the Foo Fighters now?
Foo
We're going to play the
Fighters.
Foo Fighters. That's a whole different thing. Shall we play them and then come back and talk? Talk. I'm going to play 2 songs because I want to have a little cup of tea.
Yeah.
So we're going to play the Foo Fighters and Stevie Wonder, all right? And then we'll be back.
All
Is that okay?
Yes.
That was obviously ripped off for Gangster's Paradise back in the day. Anyway, we got Chris Goffin with... Oh, Chris with me. Nearly Chris. Not quite. So you were just saying in the break while we stopped in the break, that you've been here before.
Yeah.
When were you here before?
I was here doing the sanding furniture, for
The cafe
project.
bit?
Yeah, the cafe bit.
So when you were, what, at Pencanellic?
At Pencanellic,
School.
representing them.
Oh, that's amazing. What, down all the furniture and making it look all nice and stuff?
Yeah, make sure they're not wrecked and...
Yeah, I know what you mean. So it looked nice for the cafe.
Mhm.
Ooh, Chris, get you. So we were going to talk about mental health. So you're very open about the fact that you have struggled with your own mental health. What sort of, are you happy to tell me what sort of form that takes? How that is for you? What you think you suffer with, if you know what I mean?
It takes a lot of courage to open up about your feelings and
Yeah.
being honest with those around you.
Yeah.
That was hard at the first time I did it.
Yeah.
I completely
That's
was
very
overwhelmed
brave.
with it.
So on a day-to-day basis, on a daily basis, what sort of things do you struggle with? Like, do you get anxious, or how does it affect you daily?
It affects me in many different ways.
Yeah.
Either I'm not sure about something,
Yeah.
I just say, okay,
Yeah.
can I just take a break,
Yeah.
get some fresh air?
Yeah.
But then there's times where I feel like I let myself down and others down, that it brings self-doubt. I
I
deal
get
with
you.
that.
Yeah. That's self-doubt is a very terrible thing, Chris, and I think everyone has it, and I think it's a very negative emotion, and I think as far as possible you need to sort of go through life just knowing that you're trying your best, and if it's not good enough for some people, then so be it. As long as it's, as long as, I always think, as long as you're kind, and as long as you think about other people, and you're not a horrible criminal, you're all right. You're all right. I think you're a very pleasant young man, for what it's worth, Chris. And every time I've met you, I know you can get quite nervy, and I know you're quite shy, but and I know you were very nervous before this interview. But look how well you've done. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been amazing. You were born for it, Chris. No, you've been really good. Do you? What would you say to somebody who is struggling with mental health? What would you suggest they do? Do you suggest getting help or talking about it? What would you suggest?
If you can't talk about it, get professional help.
Yeah,
No
sure.
matter what.
Yeah, totally. Do you feel that do you feel being in like Learn Your Way and Work Your Way, has that helped with your sort of confidence and mental health, would you say?
Yes, it has helped me a lot.
Oh, that's really good. I'm sure that makes Peter and the staff feel very happy to hear that. Because that's all we want, really. We just want the young students that we work with to enjoy it and get something out of it and learn something along the way.
Yes.
I think everyone who talks about you says you're a lovely young man, and that's definitely what I hear.
Well,
You know?
young man, I'm nearly in my mid-20s now.
That's still young. That is still young. You're not old until you start hitting a certain age. You're still young. You're a young man, Chris.
Okay.
Young. How old are you now?
22.
So I would suggest that is still a young adult. Would you, Pete? Still young, isn't it?
From my vantage point of many years of experience, is very much a young adult.
Yeah, definitely. You're not a kid anymore. You're not a teenager. You've moved into young adult, and then you meet, and then I think you become. Then I think when you start hitting your sort of mid, this is just my opinion. When you hit your mid to late 20s, you're like adult, and then you start getting into sort of grown up. Because I don't think you fully kind of grow up, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but I mean experience being what it's like, bills and blooming, you know, work and all those things. I don't think you really start doing that and thinking about having kids and families and mortgages until you hit your late 20s, really. You're still having a bit of a blast, hopefully, in your early 20s. I hope you're having a blast.
Hoping?
Yeah. Well. I hope you're having a blast, Chris. You're too young to be settled down just yet.
I think one very strong thing we've got going for us in Learn Your Way and Work Your Way is that support workers like myself, and obviously all members of staff, build very close rapport with the students.
Yeah, you
do.
do.
Far more than you'd see in a conventional classroom.
Yeah,
far,
I agree
far
totally.
more. And this means that our students are often quite open with us.
Yes, they are.
And they will share, and we are as much friends, I would say,
agree,
as educators for them.
I agree. Whenever I've been in to either Penzance or Truro, I've left feeling really, you know, a little skip in me, because it's always a really enjoyable place to be. You are really lovely people, even Pete. Even Kate with her dreadful jokes, which we're going to go on to in a minute.
Brilliant.
I know. I mean, when I was working in Truro, was a group that I had supported for a long time. Then it became an opportunity where I was to work nearer to home in Penzance, which I'm enjoying that with different people. But you really miss the students you've left
in
behind.
Truro.
Yeah,
of course you do. Yeah,
miss
yeah. You're a lovely group of people, that's for sure. Okay, you're going to ask me a question, or shall I ask you a question? Shall I ask us all a question? Or do you want to ask it? Shall I ask it?
Yeah, ask me.
Okay. Would you rather be able to play an instrument or speak and understand any language? I'm going to start with Pete.
Well, as a person who has studied various languages, French, Welsh, Russian, Cornish, I actually taught a bit of Cornish.
Oh, blimey.
And currently, I can get by fairly well in Italian.
So it's languages for you.
So because I already speak all these languages, maybe it's music for me.
Oh! What about you, Chris? Speak a language fully and understand it, or play an instrument?
I was going to go for instruments at first, but now I'm thinking about it. Languages, I can speak in 4-5 languages.
Nice.
English, French,
Wow.
Dutch, German, and Spanish.
How have you managed that?
Oh,
Just do it.
education and
Offline, online.
online.
Young people learn a lot online, don't they?
Being mentored
Yeah,
how
yeah.
to say
Yeah,
these
yeah.
words.
Yeah. For me, it's hands down, absolutely hands down a musical instrument. I fantasize about sort of being in a room with people and just saying, and there's a piano or something like that, and just sort of sitting down and just sort of being amazing. And people
a big crowd comes around
and people
you.
go, I did not know she could do that. I would just love to be. And when I hear guitar, Pink Floyd guitars and stuff like that, I just think, oh, I wish I could play like that. Yeah, 100%. I would definitely love to be able to play a musical instrument. Love to. My youngest son, is in a band called Face Paint. You should look them up. Face Paint, one word. They are quite grungy, indie. I think you'd like them. They're a Cornish band, yeah. Big up the Face Paint. Okay. Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry, but it's that time of the interview where we're going to have to tell Kate's dreadful jokes. You ready for this?
Sure, let's get this over and done with.
I am so sorry, everyone. What can I say? Kate does these jokes.
Got to be done.
Okay, Chris. What do you call a dinosaur that is sleeping?
A dino snore.
Ooh.
Yes.
Terrible.
What did the left eye say to the right eye? No, Pete, you know.
Just between you and I, something smells.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's fishy.
dear. Well, good delivery there, Pete, but it's still a dreadful joke.
Anyway, why did the student eat his homework, Chris?
Because the teacher thought told him it's a piece of cake. Oh,
Hey! Do
Phew.
you want to hear one for me?
sure.
I bought a dog off a blacksmith yesterday. The minute I got it home, it made a bolt for the door. I know. Terrible, isn't it? Anyway,
Ironwork joke.
dreadful. Chris, have you enjoyed being on the show?
Yes, I have.
Would you come on again?
Yes.
Would you be less nervous next time?
Maybe.
Maybe. Chris, I think you've been an absolute joy. Pete, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
think you've
Claire.
been fantastic. Chris, I've really enjoyed interviewing you. We are going to finish on the Beach Boys for Cavell and then Enter the Sandman by Metallica, one of
Yeah,
yours. How do you feel
classic.
about that?
Yeah.
Classic. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Hopefully see you again another time.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
See you. Bye.
Bye, listeners.
Thank you.